Hello everyone, how you doing? Hope you're having a great day so far. Welcome to another video. This is a video log aimed as a Patreon supporter report video for September 2024. I usually do these videos monthly, focusing on explaining what I've been working on the last few weeks and what I'm planning to do for the next couple of weeks as well. Sort of as a report, status report on where I'm investing my time to justify the support that I get through Patreon for content creation on this channel. So let's get started. First, I should talk about the family holidays that I took at the end of August. I took about a week and a half to take holidays with the family, travel a little bit. We went to Leiria, to the Extramuralhas goth music festival, which we usually go every year. It was nice to see some people again. I also took the opportunity to do a little networking for Enough Records stuff. I gave out some books for the Privacidade 404 book that I recently wrote about online privacy. And I'm planning to do English translation of. It's mostly already done. Just need to do final revision and figure out publish date to put it out. But yeah, I'm trying to promote the Portuguese version of that, and I gave out a couple of copies during that event. I also talked with Carlos Matos, one of the main organizers of the festival, about the book that I've been trying to write for Enough Records, as like a history of the Enough Records, celebrating the 25 years of this net label. I wanted to write a book explaining the history of Enough Records, and I asked him for some guidelines of what things make more sense to talk about, and hopefully we'll send him a preview and try to get a blurb or something like that to help promote the release a little bit. So yeah, it was nice to do a little bit of networking in that regard. Also caught a few good music gigs, including Kite, which I hadn't seen live yet, and was very cool to see them live for the first time. I really love their music and play it all the time through streaming. What else? Then we went up north to visit my parents for a few other days as well. We also had a Momentum event, a meetup for the demo scene here in Portugal. We usually organize them monthly, but more in the south. Since this one, a couple of us were visiting Porto to visit our families on the holidays, on the summer holidays. We decided to organize this month's event up north in Porto, and it turned out pretty good. We had more people turning up than we were originally expecting, which was quite good. I think mostly because of the game dev community. So thank you, Felipe Vega, for spamming that we were organizing this meetup, and also through Meetupcom, which is strange. We've been having, for the last 3, maybe 4 meetups, we've been having posts on meetup.com, and there always shows up 1 or 2 people randomly from having seen the post on meetup.com. The problem with meetup.com is that it costs 30 euros a month for you to have an account there to post publications there. Most of the ones that we did for Momentum were donated by other people who thought it useful, so props to Goulart and Monty on the Run for registering the event there, but it does seem to bring some random people, which is quite good. Sad that the usual traditional social networks don't have the same reach as meetup.com does. I really had no clue about meetup.com being that well frequented, so it's interesting. I knew that Facebook and Twitter and the other social media that try to replace them never really have that many views nowadays. Facebook just went to shit. You have to pay to have anyone seeing your event or seeing your posts. As long as you put a link to something external from Facebook, it's already hidden from people seeing it, which is quite annoying. Twitter had a huge exodus with all the Elon Musk idiocy, so not many people use Twitter nowadays as well. And a lot of people migrated to either Mastodon accounts or Blue Sky accounts, but they are scattered. They haven't built up the full social network as they already had on Facebook and Twitter, so it doesn't have the same reach. Even if I post there, and I do post there, every single time, it reaches a lot less number of people. There's less discussion, there's less retweeting or retweeting in this case. So it doesn't have the same reach that it used to be, which is sad, but it is what it is. So yeah, it was interesting to see Meetup.com providing some results in that regard, and it's something that we need to invest in. But 30 euros a month is a lot for just organizing a single event. We need to share it with some other community that is also doing those kind of regular events in some way. But we'll take a look at that. Anyways, I skipped the usual demoscene report video for that week while I was traveling. But then when I came back, I had to record two videos in a row. One for the week, for the first week of September, and then another one for the second week of September, because I was also planning to travel on the second week of September. And where was I going, you might ask? Well, I got pinged a few weeks back by another Demozoo staffer about this event that was a workshop event that was happening mostly around people who are preserving digital culture artifacts, mostly for video game culture, but also some museums related to digital art. And they were having this long-term project, I think it's 2-year project or something like that, co-financed by European Union, where they regularly do meetups to discuss different parts of the work packages that they are working on. And they were inviting people to discuss how we preserve digital culture. And since I'm active on Demozoo for a year and a half or something like that, daily archiving stuff of the demo scene. I also have a history of being the Poet administrator. I have scene.org staff knowledge as well, that I was a staff member for I think 4 or 5 years in the early 2000s. And I know the demo scene well, so we prepared like a presentation on how we are preserving our own heritage inside the demo scene, to show examples on like grassroots way of self-preservation and what is wrong with it, what is good with it, and how it evolves, and discuss a little bit what could be better as well in that regard, and what lessons the people who are now trying to figure out solutions to preserve digital culture in other spaces besides demo scene, what lessons they can learn from the demo scene, and what the demo scene can also learn from other aspects. So it was an interesting workshop. We gave a very cool presentation explaining a little bit how the demo scene operates in that kind of things. Had a lot of good chats, good social things. There were a few other demo sceners there, some that I met for the first time. Xenial was there, a Turkish demo scener was also there. Some Swedish people as well that were related to demo scene were also there. So it was really cool to meet these different people and chat about these kind of issues. The downside was that I was away for 4 days, pretty much, so I had to prepare the stuff the previous week, which made that the week was very work intensive in that regard, and I was also away, so it's a bit hard to follow up with the other stuff that I was supposed to be doing. But yeah, I think it was a worthwhile trip, and they also paid for the traveling expenses, which was good. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to afford to go there. So yeah, was cool. What else? When I came back, I had quite a few things to push forward, mostly regarding Inércia Demoparty organizing. The invitation for Inércia organizing is already on the pipeline. I think I already talked about this before. I'm doing a collaboration with Navis of Andromeda Software Development. We're aiming to release it at Deadline Demoparty, also in Berlin, in about a month from now. Well, 2-3 weeks from now. So I'll be going back to Berlin in a few weeks. Other stuff for Inércia, we are having a presence at Festa do Software Livre in Aveiro, which is a meetup for different non-profit associations around open source software. Where we were invited last year. We did like a small talk/workshop there. This year we're trying to have something a bit more planned out. And I've been following, communicating, and I need to figure out a flyer that I can spam because it's in about a month from now. So we're catching close on that. Other stuff that we have pending, the Momentums. We have organizing a new one. This next one will be in Setúbal in the 28th of September. I'm not the main organizer of it. I think Zero Shift is managing that. I'm just kicking people in the ass so they announce it in due time, and I think the flyers will be announced like today or something like that, so that's gonna be cool. And if you're in the Lisbon area or south side area of Portugal, please drop by. And then there's a whole bunch of other stuff for Inércia that needs to be taken care of. The communication plan, they already started talking with Alien about that. We need to figure out what will get communicated when. We need to get the graphic design image done, which Harvest just disappeared, so I can't rely on him. I need to start trying to do something myself. I'm going to try to get some screenshots from the invitation demo and try to do a design out of that, or ask a designer friend to do something based out of that without taking like more than a week or so, because we need to start doing flyers, we need to start doing background graphics, we need to start doing the t-shirt design, whole header for the website as well. So we need to do all of these small things that rely on a coherent image, which we have been waiting on Harvest to do for months now, and he just is completely offline, busy with work, I would guess. So yeah, we need to start advancing on that. Then I need to figure out the hotel bookings as well, the logistics for people from the staff of Inércia that are gonna stay here for those days of the build-up and the organizing of the event itself. We need to secure lodging for them close to the party place, so I need to do some phone calls and go there and talk with people and reserve and confirm with everyone that the dates are accurate. It's just boring logistics work. Someone needs to do it, no one else is doing it, so I have to do it. And then finish up the website. We already have a version of the website up for Inércia Demoparty. It needs to be revised completely. Been asking other organizers, please revise this while I'm busy with other stuff. No one did anything, so I need to do it now. And I'm planning to do it this week, going through it and trying to finish everything up on the English version, then do the Portuguese translation. Already did a session with Genio yesterday, doing some revision work, and planning to do every single day, every single night, actually, this week. Focus on the website, trying to close down the website and not have to worry about it anymore. So yeah, those are the things in the pipeline for Inércia organizing, which takes a lot of my free time. So most of my work is non-profit for free for organizing stuff for Associação Inércia. So if you're planning to support me through patreon.com, a lot of that money goes into, you know, hours that I spent just working on stuff for Inércia without any return whatsoever in terms of money, just doing it for fun. There's also a few other things that I'm trying to do for Associação Inércia that I haven't gone around to finishing yet, which is to try to get a physical location for us physically here in Almada, for us to start building up a sort of a museum of the demo scene, and also be an active place where we can do regular meetups, not just of demo scene meetups, but other kind of meetups as well, like code dojos for teaching people how to code, repair cafes for repairing old machines, teaching people how to do 3D modeling, graphics programming, all sorts of different workshops and regular meetups, anything related to technology and digital art. So that is the dream that I've been dreaming of. I tried to contact a few places, haven't gotten any luck. City Hall says a lot of nonprofits are way ahead of you looking for spaces. We don't have any, so fuck off, with gentler words. I tried a local startup incubator for creative arts, thinking, okay, maybe, you know, it will bring some value. So they might be, it might bring some value to the other creative arts industries around there. So they might be lenient on the rent. I don't know, at least for a year until we can try to submit some applications to try to get some money for the grants. They just didn't even want to meet up. They just said no, because you're a non-profit. We only deal with the startup. So, yay, great. So yeah, I have other plans, which is to mail the local library, see if they have a room they would like to turn into a computer room of some sort, where they also have a representation of history there, and also allow people to access those computers. And I could try to be the manager / organizer of that space, with explicit idea of organizing regular events there, and also maintaining the computer stock there, if they are open to that. So that's one of the ideas I have. Haven't contacted them yet. Have brainstormed a little bit on that, but have to write up the mail, send the mail, do a follow-up, and I haven't had time. And there were probably also on holidays during August, so not much use sending during August. But now it's September, so now I can do that. Just need time to do it. A similar thing, if they say no, I can also try to contact a local museum and see if they are open to that. I think the local museum mostly just aims at things of local interest. But, you know, maybe they can facilitate or open some door or have some contact in some, I don't know, public school or something that would make sense to have this sort of initiative. I don't know. I need to know more people in Almada, you know, people that have been living here and know everyone. I need more of those kind of contacts to see if I can reach the right person to make this happen. Or get rich. If I can get rich, that will also help. Just hire the place. If I was rich, this is what I would do. I would just buy a place and, you know, figure out a way. Because if I had a place, I could probably figure out a way to pay the water and electricity and internet costs of that, and have my free time to, you know, manage the stuff, promote the stuff, and convince other people to regularly show up to, you know, make something happen with the place. The main problem is the rent, because the rent could not be possibly covered by, you know, 40 people that we have from Associação Inércia. Even if you raise the quotas from €2 a month to, I don't know, €10 a month, that would be €400 a month, which is not enough. Like a rent of a space big enough to have multiple, like, dozens of computers, is like €1,000 a month. So it's just not economically feasible to run it as a traditional hackerspace way. So yeah, it's complicated. Anyways, other stuff. So I came back from my trip to the north. Oh, I should talk that I also got a new phone. I had an iPhone for like many years, since I was already in Arctica, so at least 8 years. And it was still working, was working perfectly fine, but the operating system is old. And all the new applications start asking for upgrades. They say, okay, there's a new version of this application, and then when you try to install it, it says that it won't work on your phone because your phone is limited to the old iOS version. And I already started having this with some applications, like Uber stopped working already like a year ago or something, and now MBWay, which was the application that I used to pay stuff with the phone, also stopped working because of that. So most of the useful applications that I actually use the phone for stopped working on the old iPhone. Fuckings to Apple for deprecating stuff, for not allowing new versions of the operating system on the phones that are perfectly working. Also for technically just bricking them when they reach the end of life cycle. They send an update that starts to diminish your battery severely. They do that on purpose. It is known that they do it on purpose, and it's horrible for the environment, horrible for electronic waste. Anyways, I looked for the cheapest iPhone that I could find that would be decent. I got this Xiaomi for €100, and it's actually pretty decent. I was expecting it to be more shitty actually, but it's been handling itself pretty well. Battery life pretty good so far, so I'm happy with it. 100 euros, not a bad investment. And my wife Christina said that it will last like 1 or 2 years. I think I can make it last for like 5 or 8, so we'll see. So yeah, some of your Patreon support went to buy this phone as well. And another bonus thing of this is that I've been meaning to get more into Gaussian splatting, and I haven't had, and now I have a graphics card that can handle that kind of stuff, and now I have a phone that can handle recording that kind of stuff. So now I need some time, which seems impossible to have, but I need to somehow find some time to record some objects or some places and try to convert them and try to put them running in real time and make a demo about it. So yeah, that is the plan eventually, but I don't see where I will have free time to do it because I've been focusing doing so much content creation lately. So yeah, it's complicated. Anyways, other things from the trip. I went to Berlin. I talked with a few seniors, as already mentioned. I got offered this CD, Angst 78, by a band by Zenial, who was also there visiting the stream. So I don't really listen to CDs anymore, but I will rip them and play the digital version, which is what I told Zenial. So yeah, props to, shout outs to Angst 78 if you want music. Check it out. And I also took the opportunity to read this book. Come on, please work camera. William Gibson's Pattern Recognition, which was actually an Amazon.com donation by mate Mentortonic, which has been offline for quite a while. I hope everything is okay with him. I did enjoy the book. Was not cyberpunk as I was expecting. It's more modern, at the same time more about design and branding and advertisement, which is really not my cup of tea, but I still managed to find it interesting. At the same time, it's a thriller of some sorts, and I do like those. So yeah, it was, I liked reading it. It was a good read, was fun, interesting. I'm curious on the follow-ups. I know there are at least 2 more books in the series, so I will look out for those as well, and I will put them on the Amazon wish list. If you want to donate one of them to me, would be very much appreciated. What else? I think that's pretty much it. I have to talk about Enough Records stuff. I was doing a lot of Enough Records things on the previous week, preparing 3-4 releases, uploading everything to prepare for the whole rest of the month. I have to release one today, and I have to prepare a few more things for next. I also had to record a new radio show for this month, which I do a radio show every single month. So yeah, other than that, the book stuff that I already talked about, translating Privacidade 404 into Privacy 404. Just need a final revision and a push date. Need to find a couple of days to get that out. Not this week, because this week I'm going to be focused on the Inércia website. But probably at the end of September, I can finish that. Maybe have a release in early October. Not sure. And then I need to start working on the 25 years book of Enough Records. Because if I don't get that rolling now, November is going to be a very complicated month because I'll be stressing with Inércia organizing stuff, and December is always a chaos because the kid is not on daycare, so he's at home, I can't do anything, and we sometimes travel, so December is always useless. And in January, I'll probably will already be stressing with Meteoric stuff and Love Bite stuff. So yeah, I need to find time. Can anyone donate me some time? If you have some free time available, that would be awesome to have. So yeah. Anyways, that's it for this video. Hope you found it useful or interesting. If you have any thoughts on things that I should be doing, could be doing, or, you know, just random questions about the things that I work on in terms of content creation or the Patreon itself, feel free to put them on the comments below. Otherwise, see you on the next video. Bye-bye, everybody. Have a great day.